best video game of all time.
So far.
So far, yeah. God of War. Played good 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, I played more.
Yeah, and from what we see so far, it's really, really good. If you want to check out our walkthroughs of it, you can head over to 8stage or my channel to watch 2 different versions of it. Vish plays on Twitch, I play on YouTube. So yeah. Yeah, if you like what you hear, support the podcast. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, merchandise.
Yeah, shop.elementar.com. Pick up tea on Teespring. We got God of War teas out now.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. That's just a
we
joke.
we don't have the.
We don't have the rights for that. We can't do that. But yeah. So
here we go.
2, 1. Boom, and we're back with another episode of Socratic Gamers. How's that Kratos impression? That's pretty good.
Sure, I'll give.
We're
it.
episode 48, boy. Right. All right. So we're back with another little rewind. We are back with another episode of Socratic Gamers. This is episode 48. We're gonna try something new. Not even try something new. We're just gonna do it because the game was so amazing that we had to devote an entire episode to God of War. God of War. I was gonna say like 4, but I'm like, I don't even think there's no number. It's just called God of War.
Yeah.
Was the original called The God of War? So they just dropped the.
I think it was just. I don't know. Maybe it's still. No. Just God of War as well.
Oh really? So it's just like they didn't care. It's like
It's a new iteration, franchise. Right? It's a new story for them. So
wait, quick side note.
Start from the beginning.
Quick side note. You know Ocean's 11? Mm-hmm. They had 11, 12, 13, right?
Yeah.
Ocean's 8 is coming out.
Oh.
8, 9, 10.
Is that right?
No. Think about it. Why would they start with 8? Because they want a 3-episode franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like God of War, which had God of War 1, 2, and 3.
That was the main ones. There was also Ascension. Then there's 2 PS.
Oh yeah,
games.
you'd know about these ones. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
So this if you're listening to it, it's well, you've probably seen from the title screen. It's a first impressions. We were thinking about like maybe like a review, but technically it's not a review because we didn't beat the game. We're like in progress, so you can watch both of our walkthroughs online on YouTube. Vish does his through Twitch and then uploads them to YouTube. It's not an upload. It's like a transfer. Export them to YouTube, and then I do straight YouTube because there's no block on the songs. You gotta fix that.
Yeah. Well.
Anyways, so
what can you do?
So first impressions. Let's do it like a movie. We'll do a score, and we'll talk about it.
Can we really give it a score though?
No, for our first impressions. What's our first impression score? Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, because like, what if we get another game? Because I'm assuming we're gonna do more of these, right? If we get like that 2-player game, and then we talk about it, and then we're like, oh, it's a 5.
So I was okay. So we'll have to add the word like currently.
Currently, yeah, of course, yeah. So our current score is, what's yours?
I think I agree with the reviewers. Right now, perfect for me.
Oh, very nice. I'm gonna give it 11 out of 10.
Okay.
That's
again. You've always been doing this.
I know.
Every time.
It's only the ones that really like stand out to me.
I see.
You're like a 10 out of 10's like, all right, this game's sick, but like this game is revolutionary. Okay. You know what I mean? It's like if I played the first or Uncharted 2, I would have given it 11, right? But now I give Uncharted 2 like maybe an 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10 maybe. You know?
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, because like it's progressed through time, right? So like at this current moment in time, I give it an 11 out of 10. But then some game's gonna copy it and be even better, and I'll be like, okay, God of War was actually more like a 9 out of 10.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
That's just how I do it. I don't know. It's weird, but so yeah, some cool things about this game. Like, what did you really like?
It's been a long time, right? I've loved the God of War.
Oh yeah, you love the God of War. Yeah. I hated God of War. That's what I'm saying. It's 11 out of 10. Like for me to say 11 out of 10 on God of War is like monumental.
Right. So
hate it.
Just we gotta understand the backstory there.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Let's talk about the origin stories of your God of War. Because you used to make me like watch it. I'd watch the cinematics.
So there's 2 things I liked about it.
Okay, what'd you like about God
First
of War?
of all, I love the Greek mythology where they first started off.
No, let's start with the
Like the things I like, right?
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I like
'cause
Greek
Norse
mythology, and I don't really care about at that time like intricate fighting, like that, like button.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? I rather button mash is what I always did.
Exactly, and contrast to me, I didn't care about mythology at all, which is weird because I'm obsessed with it now.
Right.
And like, I only like games like Tekken, where it's like the controls had to be super intricate.
Yeah.
You know, like Tekken's like left punch, left kick, right kick, something like that. You know.
Yeah.
So like that for me is, you hear that siren coming to get us?
That is true.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so you like the simplicity and the fact that it was Greek mythology.
Yeah.
I did not care for Greek mythology, and I liked complex games because I was a heavy gamer back in the day.
Right.
You know, it's funny because we totally switched. Like back in the day, I was upset. Like you'd be like, "Hey, want to play outside?" I'd be like, "Yeah, in 5 minutes." 5 minutes would be like 2 hours later.
Yeah, that was a complaint.
You guys get
with Tom.
so pissed all the time. I'd be like, "Yeah, sorry, I was just customizing my character in soccer." You know? That's why I love the Ready Player One because it brought me back. I was like, dude, I did all those things.
Right.
He's like, don't spend all your money. I always spent all my money in the games. And then like for you didn't really have a con. You had the PC, and yours was Midtown Madness.
Yeah, I did have. See, that was an interesting thing. My first games were on PC.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Then switched over to console.
Yep. And then now I don't even own a console. Like the one I play with is my sister's, and I also use yours.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's weird how like it kind of just died out for me. Video games. But I remember when though it died out for me. It's when I was playing. I think I was like playing Sims, and it was like university, and I realized like, why am I making my video game character so sick?
Right.
When I can be just so sick. You know, but then like I got back into video games because of like the fantasy aspect of it. I started appreciating like more of the stories. So I only play story games now.
Right.
Yeah. Although the online world, I remember I was telling you GTA 5 when I was traveling for the 5 months. I would like be addicted. It's weird how that happens. You become so addicted to it, and I was like, man, I actually miss my GTA 5 character right now. I miss the fake apartment and the fake world.
Oh my
and
God.
just going around. I know it was crazy. Yeah, so like I totally empathize with Ready Player One. That's probably why it was my favorite.
Right.
Anyway, so you were saying about why you like God of War?
Yeah, it's just because they added a whole new like involving all the Greek gods
Yeah.
into the story and mixing it in with the new character like Kratos and creating a whole mythology.
So
for him.
let's give like a spoiler alert and tell.
Sure. So
like, what's the whole story? 'Cause
so the first
watched it.
the first game was his path of vengeance to kill Ares.
Yeah, which is interesting because like you hear God of War and like in Greek mythology, God of War is Ares.
Yeah.
But when you play the game, I assumed the God of War was Kratos.
You're playing it.
I know. I assumed like they were
At
creating
this-
a whole
yeah.
story. Yeah, exactly. At this point, and then until you explain it to me, how it's like no, he kills the God of War and becomes the God of War.
Yeah, that he becomes. Then there's no more. He kills Ares. So I think it's Zeus that appoints him as put in the position of becoming the God of War.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You have to fill the spot.
Yeah.
So, and then that will happen.
So then the other two games were so the second game he finds out that Zeus is like he hates doing this whole god stuff and like creating wars, and then at the same point he found out that Zeus is his father.
Oh,
like
no
he's
way.
a demigod like Hercules.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
So that was the
why he's so
surprising. That
powerful.
was surprising near the end of God of War. The third game is you go through the whole thing and kill Zeus, kill anything related to Greek mythology,
That's kind of cool. Okay.
and then basically the new game, he's got a kid, a son.
What about the third one? What happens to the third
Well,
one?
the third one is where he kills Zeus. And
Okay.
he destroys all of Greek mythology.
And number 2 was
when he finds out that he's the son,
of
like he's
Zeus.
actually half god.
Got you. Okay.
Right. I don't remember the full exact things because there's so many things in between. But like the premise for the third one, which I heard was kind of interesting, because he has a son now. The fourth one.
Yeah. The newest.
It's not. Yeah, it's called God of War. It's not really a fourth one. That because is the same curse still gonna happen, or is he trying to change himself? So like
his son doesn't kill him.
So it's like those are the things they're trying to bring up. But then you're in a new lore. You're going through Norse mythology,
which is and that's really cool.
Yeah, which is really cool too.
I personally don't know too much about
Me
Norse
neither.
mythology.
Me neither. Yeah.
So one thing that I liked about the games is this game, like the whole premise behind the series is like the educational component.
Yeah.
Like I like that they're educating you on mythology. You know, because mythology. Like, I kind of see it like this. Like, why were gods and mythology invented? We were trying to personify our human characteristics, like greed, lust, all those things.
Yeah.
You know, and we needed to feel like there was some powerful being that was, like, manipulating and controlling these things, right? So that's why I like learning about mythology. And it's cool to see, like, one of the first Norse transitions, aside from, like, Thor, the movie series.
Yeah.
You know?
From the Marvel series.
The Marvel series, yeah. So like it's cool that now we're gonna see like who exactly are the Norse legend people.
Yeah.
In the game. Yeah, for sure. What do you call that? Not instrumentally, like mechanic wise. So
now the mechanic wise is all changed too.
Yeah.
So it's a whole, like for the fighting bit is changed to the button wise.
More my
what
style.
What do you feel? Yeah.
So like I actually like. So when we played the first God of War, like you had me playing it, and I was like, I don't like button mashers, right?
Right.
So you get kind of bored. And then when you play this one, it's like, no, it's like Tekken now. Like I have a whole plethora of like options.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have speedy attack, light attack,
strong attack, light.
Yeah, block, dodge, throw my axe, recall my axe.
That is one of the best things.
Yeah, and here's one thing that I didn't even expect. So like when in the beginning of the game, there's like an ice person. So I literally spent, and if you're watching my my stream, I'm so sorry about that because I didn't know what to do. So I was like, do I need environmental? Do I gotta walk them towards the fire? So I made them walk towards the fire, and I threw it. And the only reason why it worked is because I had thrown my axe and I forgot to recall it, and I pressed the button and his life went down. I was like, oh, I get it. You're not supposed to use your axe. Like I didn't know you could actually fight without the axe.
Oh yes,
I didn't know that. I thought it was like only
bring
axe.
out the brawl too, which is cool too.
Exactly, and then that's like there's so many options in this game, and I heard it just gets more and more intricate as you go along.
Yeah, you can add certain like runic stones to give you more abilities.
See, that's sick.
Yeah.
What I haven't faced yet in the game is like, which will probably be like in our ending review or whatever. Like leveling up. You can do leveling up in a good way or a bad way. It's like some games, like Last of Us, their leveling up system actually was good for me because it was like, okay, what weapon do I want to enhance? Right. But like if I play Final Fantasy 15, I didn't really like the leveling up system because it was just like it was too many options. Too many options. You know what I mean? It's like okay, you can upgrade their dash. You can upgrade their magic casting ability. You can upgrade their weapon draw skill. You know what I mean? It's like okay. I just need like with the Last of Us. It's like, do you want to make this gun faster? So you just you just upgraded the guns that you always used. See what I'm saying? But it's like now when you upgrade other things, it's like, well, I'm never going to use that. So you know what I mean? Like so we have to see how they tackle the upgrade system. Is it like, okay, I use a lot of like hand to hand, so maybe I'll just upgrade my hand to hand power. You know what I'm saying? Or is it like, no, it's a new move you can unlock, and I'm like, oh man.
I'm still learning it because there's different things to.
Don't spoil that for me.
Okay. So
but that's what
there's there's I think you can use your XP points. There's different things, so cool. You can add different moves.
And I heard that a lot of people, when they beat the game, which I'm pretty stoked about, is they kept playing the game afterwards, which alludes to the fact that you have an open world when it's done.
I mean, it is open world now too. Like you have the option.
Linearly open, or like how? What do you mean?
Like you don't have to do it. You can do the full story, then go around.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because it would be a shame to like have this story end and then like you could never access the world again. Cause
that would be.
That's one of the things that I really liked. Like, it's funny how in our age of like progressing towards, like we all long for a simpler time, but nobody wants to actually live in that simpler time.
Right.
We all want our iPhones and video games and stuff, right? But it's cool to jump into that time period where like you're seeing people like hunt things or like build their own houses, right? It reminded me of Assassin's Creed 3.
Right.
Because in Assassin's Creed 3 you got to be like the native, right? And then in this you're like kind of like being a native because you're Kratos and like and his son, and you guys are living in the forest and stuff. You gotta hunt. That's kind of cool. I like that stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, why it changes?
No, that was just more of
No, but I mean the
plot
look.
thing, right?
No, but the feel of it.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like, oh, I'm back in that time, a simpler time. So
Right.
like it would be a shame to like you beat the game and you could never access the world again because the world's so cool.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like you're running through the forest and stuff.
I mean, there's a lot of puzzles or things to find. I guess that's what they
wanted you to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was seeing that if you unlock the puzzle, it tells you something about Norse mythology.
Yes, there is a lot of lore
built into the game.
Game. There are, you can what do you call scenes where they're talking, and then you learn a little bit more about certain creatures in the world.
Wait, I just made a click. He's in Midgard, right?
At this point, yes.
Isn't Midgard Earth?
I believe it is.
Yeah, oh, that's so cool because they're like, oh, I'm hiding in Midgard or something in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he goes to another realm. He doesn't know that.
Oh,
yet.
okay. See, I thought
It's just
Asgard.
I think it's their word. Asgard is another realm.
Yeah,
right?
exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't realize like Midgard is Earth because that's where he's stationed. Right? He's like,
yeah. But it's a specific place where he's at, right? Where they believe in Norse mythology and all that.
So, game mechanics wise or like cinematic wise.
So another thing is that they brought in is
I think we're about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah, no cuts in this game.
Yes, that is exactly what I was going to talk about. That freaking. See, when I heard about it, I remember when I first told you, you're like, wait, what? No cuts?
Yeah.
What? You're like incredulous.
I was like,
how does that work?
How does that work?
Yeah, exactly.
Because everything you know
exactly
has cuts. Every single good game that I know.
And then when I played it, like it was like brilliantly done. That, like they're saying that because there's no cuts, it makes you empathize more with the character. And I was like, how does that work? Like, I don't really get it. But you get it when you're playing because it's like you feel like you're them.
Yeah. Because
you're just seeing everything. There's no like there's no like disillusionment of like a third wall or like a, you know what I mean? It's like no, you are this character for this whole game. That's why you're not. But it's made me wonder, like, how do you film that? Yeah, you gotta film long takes.
Yeah, that's the thing. You watched the thing where they had.
No, I didn't see.
Or like they were contemplating between having it or not having it.
Oh yeah. Like there was like a bunch of hiccups, and he was like, "Oh, is this game worth it? Like, can we actually do what we accomplished?
And will people like it? Right?
Yeah, will people like it? Yeah.
I think it's a great testament to show this.
So revolutionary.
I think it's really good.
Like this when you play this game, like they were saying in some reviews that this could be the game of the generation. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Right.
Because like the way that this game is made, it's like this is what you'd expect from a video game. The whole no cut thing is like brilliant. The acting is amazing. The detail is crazy. You can see like the pores on his skin.
Right.
Yeah. And like and the fighting is like wow. Like it's like
pretty brutal.
It's brutal, yeah. But all God of War games have been like really brutal.
Has been, yeah. That's why I like it too, because you're bringing in things that I remember from the past.
Yeah.
Like there's been a long time since there was a God of War, right?
Oh, for sure.
So.
But it's almost like this set the standard where like if games aren't like this game, you're just gonna be sorely disappointed. Like beyond. No, what's the Chicago one?
Oh, you're talking about Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, that's the one. That's one. Yeah.
Well, they won't. They've already been in.
No, for sure. But if that game is not at the level of detail of this game. Dang, because
detail. Oh yeah.
Oh man, the detail.
I mean, this is a
PS4
like, game. This is not a PC game.
Exactly. And this game is like I don't know. You just have to see it.
Yeah.
because like the visuals are so stunning and so intricate. That's what got me. Yeah.
Right.
So we got up to essentially the same point in the game together. Like I played a little ahead so I can catch up to you, where you fight the first god.
Yeah.
So
They don't per se God, but it seems like he's a god, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So my assumption is Loki, because of the way he was like acting very foolish and stuff. And he said he was sent by Odin.
Yeah.
And he said he was talking about his brother. He's like, I'm not my brother. So it's like, okay, your brother's probably
There's little
Thor.
hints here and there.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be Loki. So what?
But I was like, when I first saw that's like,
Oh my god! When you're fighting it, it was so brilliantly done.
And the camera too.
cinematography.
Again, the
And
camera's still staying with you the
and
whole way.
you were scared of Loki.
Yeah.
Like when he was like,
Well, we think it's Loki.
We think it's Loki, and you were scared of him because like he had like this power that like when you'd knock his life down, he just regenerate himself, and he's like, the trick is I don't actually feel anything you're throwing, right?
Right.
So one thing that I was thinking is like I assume, no, I don't assume, but like if you follow the logic, right? If you kill a god, you get their powers. That was all part of the old games, right?
Yeah, but that's just probably a mechanic thing. I don't think that's necessarily.
No,
for the
because
story.
I saw it also in trailers. Like there are consequences to killing a god, right?
Yeah, but he's talking about what happened in his past games.
Oh, okay. Well, what I was wondering,
I think that's for
if they hold on to that whole thing where if you kill a god, you get his powers. I was wondering, like maybe Loki wanted himself to die, so that he can fuse with Kratos.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I don't know.
because like we
so.
you know, like we
Right.
So like, you have any theories of that? Like, why is he here?
Why is he here?
Yeah.
Who, Kratos or Loki?
Loki. Or do they get into that later?
Well, I haven't gotten into that yet.
Oh, okay. So then,
I've
yeah.
been in it
So why do you think, like, actually, better question, who's his wife?
I think we have to learn more about that too.
You know what I mean? It's like he was saying, like, I can't do this without you, and when they came, and then when she died, her son's like, how come all the demons are coming after us now?
The thing also what's different is here Kratos before pure rage.
Yeah. He's got some.
There's
good
emotional
now.
parts.
Yeah, I was
in
about to say, like when they got back to camp, and
Yeah.
then he told his son to go inside to like do something, and then he was like just looking at the ashes when he was scooping them up.
Yeah,
and he was like staring at them. He's thinking about her. I was like, oh my goodness, Kratos, I don't know you anymore.
Yeah.
Right. It's like very emotional scenes.
Yeah, there's lots has changed. I don't know how many years has gone by, but has been quite a lot, I think. I mean, to have a kid that's
quite old. Looks like he's like 13 maybe.
Yeah. And he's showing some of those rage qualities right in the beginning of the game.
Exactly.
And he's trying to teach him to control it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he saw what it did to him. The whole bloodlust.
Yeah, true. Exactly. Any assumptions? Any assumptions over what might happen?
I don't know. I just want to see.
Or are you looking forward to anything?
I'm just like, I want to see if it's Loki. I want to see if there's other gods you're going to meet. And there's a lot of things. I already learned a few things about Norse mythology, the world serpent, like these kinds of.
What's the world serpent?
The creature that is there. It's a really old, ancient creature.
Okay.
And he fought. Like, they talk about it. Like, this is not new. If you know the mythology, you'll know this.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, who he had fought. Like, that's what because Atreus knows, the kid knows what he's been taught from his mom.
Right.
The stories and everything.
Right.
And so he's teaching Kratos.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Right.
Nice.
So
do you think actually no. Yeah, no. What is your favorite part of the game so far?
I think it's what I'm enjoying is I think it has more of a story in this one, like a fully developed story. It seems, right, versus the other Kratos. Other ones were quite simple. Right. They didn't need to be really developed. It was more action oriented and all that stuff. So This one's got like full on. The characters had mocap, like
Yeah.
full like Uncharted style.
I heard that like if you're a fan of, it's like it beats all of your past favorite games, like Uncharted. You know, it's like it's got every element of all the greatest ones that you loved.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
the Last of Us, the bonding between the father and son, it's just like Ellie and Joel.
Yeah.
The
At a
story-
more so there's like the uses of Atreus is a lot more than with Ellie.
Yeah, exactly,
right?
exactly, yeah.
Because you had no control over Ellie.
But now you can tell him to like shoot stuff.
Shoot arrows or like use them in combat
Yeah, for sure.
in
for
a
sure.
way that you want to.
And then it's got like Uncharted's level of story,
Mhm.
where it's like the emotional component and all that.
Right.
And yeah, like the mechanics are very fluid, better than any game I've experienced thus far. Do you think that they're going to release another one of those behind the scenes things? Where
So
they show-
one of I'm hoping, but I don't know, like because in the first game when you finish the game,
Yeah.
you unlock the whole behind the scenes.
And that was the first thing, like you showed it to me, and that was the first time I'd ever seen anything like that. Where like that's what it's like when they create the games, and that's what got me into wanting to work for like a game company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the dream of working for it,
Right.
Because it was like, it's like it looks so fun, you know. And then they were interviewing the guy, like, "What are you gonna do now?" And he's like, "I'm gonna go for like a long vacation before I start my next game." And it's like, "Oh, you guys work project wise." It's like a movie.
it's a long game. It's not like a year. It's 5 years in the process.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's a long time to, like you're spending all your days there.
For sure.
Trying to
Yeah.
get
For
this
sure.
done.
For sure.
Especially near the end too, more crunch time. Okay.
Yeah. But that was like
I think that'll
like it's like
yeah,
a really long.
I mean,
it was
those
like
are the-
3-year interval. or something.
you have to go through those things to figure out what works, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
You don't really know the end product until
So
way near the end, I think.
Would you say best game you've ever played so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that too.
I would have to say that. Yeah, of course.
It's very engrossing. It's one of those games that like you genuinely enjoy playing. Like Uncharted was really good too, but there were a couple parts where I'm like, oh, I just want to get through the story. You know what I mean? But like this one, it's like, no, I like the story. Plus, I like.
Well, you've only got so far into it, right?
That's true too. Yeah, that's
So
true
it
too.
might change.
But it's like, but even in Uncharted 2, even in the beginning, you're like when he's going through the tunnels. Remember Uncharted 2? They're trying to break in.
Oh
the
yeah.
beginning?
Yeah.
Like that part was kind of dragging because you're like, oh, okay, I gotta solve this puzzle now and like all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I'm wondering if the puzzles later on in the game are very like logical and they make sense, not just like, okay, this is so intricate and I have to figure out what the game person is trying to get me to do versus what I think should happen in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like good examples like when they're breaking in and they're like, we have to disarm the alarm system in Uncharted 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to follow the red wire all the way and then you open the lever and then you like just pull it down. That was more like the game designers wanted me to do something. Right? But like I wonder if it's going to be like more logical. It's like, no, I have to do this in order to progress to the next spot. Like if there's a big tree in the way and I have to hack it down, or like the one where you have to pull the chain and then the door opens and then you throw your axe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a logical one. That's a logical puzzle. It's not like the other ones. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel
well,
like.
let's see what you think.
Okay,
further in.
it changes.
I don't know. I mean, I've enjoyed everything of it, so
Okay, that's
I
cool.
don't know. You might have a different opinion. Might change
Nice. So
because it's still a long way to go, I think. But I'm doing all sorts of things, right? I'm going on the side.
I don't want to do any of that. I just want to play the game.
Yeah, I'm unlocking chests, but those take time.
For sure. I just want straight story. I just
Yeah.
want to know what happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to figure out how to unlock chests and stuff, go check out Vish's straight story. That's all I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Like, I mean, God of War had puzzles too, even in the old games.
No, of course, but like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to.
But there was
accomplish the
many
puzzles.
people were saying it's not that hard.
The puzzles.
Yeah.
Oh, so then it might be.
Just,
It might be like what I
yeah,
was saying, where it's like
yeah.
it's just a logical thing. It's like I have to do this.
Right.
Versus
I think
like,
Atreus, like there'll be hints, quick
Yeah,
hints
okay, that's
from
cool.
Atreus
Okay, cool.
on certain things. Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't give me a hint about the the boss where I had to not use my axe.
Uh,
All he said was, "It's not working," and I was like,
I think that was the
know,
hint.
I know it's not working.
I
bro."
think that was the hint.
True, but I was like, I didn't know that I could fight.
Well,
with that
there
quickly.
is one where you got to go through a passage and you need to like figure out the puzzle, but it's pretty simple.
Okay, well, we'll see. Yeah. So, final thoughts.
If you're not watching our stream, go buy it or whatever.
Watch it.
Or yeah, preferably watching it, but
Yeah.
support it as well.
Yeah, support it as well. I think that this game is going to make all other video game designers quake in their boots, because now they know what they have to
Yeah, and
level up
yeah,
to.
Sony's still got a lot more to come.
Oh yeah, true. They got
As-
Spider-Man.
as- yeah. I think it's next month or the month after is the Detroit Become Human one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
cool.
that's not that far away.
What's that prison one?
That's prison one. It's not a Sony exclusive.
Oh,
Where you
okay.
play two people.
Yeah.
That's not a Sony exclusive.
Is it
That's,
out-
that's,
is it out already?
That's already out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll probably go through that one time. When it's on sale, we'll buy it or something.
Yeah, I got you. It's not like a God of War where you gotta get it right away.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
and
I
then yeah, later this year is Spider-Man. So there's a lot going on for Sony.
Cool. Yeah, it's
So-
very exciting. I heard the Spider-Man one is like the web slinging. Sometimes you just want to do it to
Uh-huh.
like relax because it's so good.
Okay.
Like the mechanics.
Really?
The mechanics that they did. It's not like, because there's like, oh, he's been Spider-Man for 8 years now. There's going to be no clunkiness when you do the web slinging.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the old games, like if you hit the wall, you're stuck, right?
Right.
But in this one, it's like if you hit the wall, you start running up the wall.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. That's
So that should be really cool. I want to see how that works.
yeah. This will be a pretty good year for Sony, I think.
For sure. So final scores of
Perfect, man.
Perfect.
Everything's perfect for me.
nice, and I'm still at my
11.
11. I almost want to say 12 out of 10, because it's like literally from this point forward, if no game meets the bar of this, we'll all be looking
Yeah,
back and like,
yeah.
man, it's not God of War though.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, man, this game's so sick. Yeah, but it's not God of War.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's so much that they've done that is gonna change.
Yeah,
For other games.
for sure. I think
to reach.
I think the single shot cinematic alone,
Yeah.
it like already changes it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just mind blowing.
Yeah, and that's true.
So definitely pick it up if you haven't yet. It's worth every penny. You will be playing for, although it's a 25-hour game or something.
Something like that. I think if you go everywhere, like a full 35 hours or so.
Yeah, but you'll love every single
Yeah.
second of it,
Yeah.
like we did.
Yeah. If you want to know more like Norse mythology too, you'll learn quite a lot in here.
For sure, and even the transitions between scenes, it's like seamless too. Well, because it's a single shot camera, so
Yeah.
like the levels,
Mhm.
you know, it's like you don't notice it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what we got next week? We got Avengers.
Oh yeah, Avengers. Right.
Yeah, and then the week after that, is there any other movie?
Not on my radar yet.
Okay, so
Just right now,
expect
Avengers, right?
expect an Avengers podcast next week, and then maybe we'll be back to our weekly roundups the week after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, quick side note. I know it's not a weekly roundup, but I just want to put it out there. Kevin Hart, amazing. Like, went and saw him yesterday, amazing. The reason why is because it made me realize the level of practice makes perfect.
Right.
Like, if you keep crushing it, you're going to create a diamond. You know, he's put in so much work into his craft that, like, when you see it, it's just like a polished gem. And, like, I feel like anyone can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have the discipline enough to keep practicing.
Right.
And not become disenchanted. Just like the creators of this game. Polished gem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So until next time, take it easy.
Peace.
Buy the game.
Yes.
Kratos says buy the game.